So if you read these day newspapers, you must have read on occasion Watchers of Time. It is written by Onyenokwe. I'm going to have him come on set now. Tonya, please come on set. I wanted him to. I'm doing this to guys more these days on this show. Catwalk. This guy is the MD CEO of Sahara Energy. Oh yeah, sit down.
Don't mind me.
You know.
You have to lighten the mood.
You have to. It's nice to have you here.
Tabia.
So is she going to say
Listen me.
Did you ever think of doing anything else but what you're doing today? Like be an actor, for example?
No,
the movies have worked for you.
That's for you now.
No, why? With the catwalk you just did.
No, it's for beautiful people. It's not for people like us, you understand?
Let me tell you the first thing they say about him. That, because you're a Silver Spoon kid.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes. The son of Patrick Dele Cole.
Okay, is that what makes it Silver Spoon?
Yes.
I didn't see it too. My father did not give us Silver Spoon. He used cane to discipline us.
So there's something to be said for that.
Absolutely.
So tell me, what is it about your growing up that has made you so conscious of our environment to the extent that you decided to focus mostly on youth development?
Well, so first of all, growing up, I was one of those children. I was very, very stubborn. Yes, I was. So they caned me very well, seriously. I was. And my aunt, I grew up, first of all, with a guardian, which in those days was something that you find very common, where your parents would send you. You grew up in an auntie's house and all of that. So I grew up in with my mom's sister and her husband, the Graham Douglases. So that's where I grew up. And I spent between the ages of 7 and 16 with them. And so my formative years were actually made outside of my father's home. So when they say you had a silver spoon, it's quite, it's a bit different.
No, but Graham Douglas is also a big name.
It's okay.
So you know how we're in Nigeria, when we hear big names, right?
It's okay.
We assume that they're
and it's good to assume, but assumption would always lead you the wrong way. So sometimes you want to hear the story. But that's not the story for today. That's a story for another day.
So that's a rain check?
Yes, it's a rain check. But having said that, we also grew up in a home where we had to compete because when I said we grew up in this home, it was not a home of one-on-one, where it's just 1, 2 children. Like today, you have only 3 children or 2 children. You spend time with them. We were like plenty. Plenty in the house. So we had to fight for everything. You fight for food, fight for bed space, all the kind of things, how to get to school. So I used to walk to school, come back, and all. So we had all of these things, which kind of formed an independence in me very, very early. An independence knowing that nothing is going to come to you easy. It was made known to me from day one that inheritance, forget, there's nothing like that. You're not going to see anything of the sort. So I wasn't waiting for that my father or my uncle is going to leave something for you.
Were this assumed or this actually made you understand that?
Not just was it seen, it was acted out.
They'll be telling you,
it was acted, everything, forget it. Just all I owe you, education, will give you good education, and I'm glad. I went to King's College, I went to Corona, I went to University of Lagos, so I had good education. I came out, the day I left university, as I was leaving university, I was saying, thank you very much, bye-bye, no more school, it's time to work. And I left home. Soon after university, I left home and I started living on my own. So you've had an upbringing, right, way from when you were young, that was telling you that, look, don't expect anything. You go out and make sure that you get.
What's different now? That's made you want to...
A lot.
Go on, Tabia, what's different?
Well, you see, what I found interesting about what you just said was when you made it clear that people around you, the adults around you, told you that you had to work and you had to work hard. So whether or not you believe you are the son of this person, that person, you chart your own path in life. That's very different today.
It's missing.
That's
the missing gap.
It's missing. There's literally little to none.
So who are we blaming? The parents or who? And how? When you, through your work, the marriage initiative and trying to develop the youth,
there are lots of influences that are coming out today. Remember, way back then, nobody will spare the rod. Not just your uncle, auntie, your neighbor, every
psychologists
single
say rod
person.
is not good.
No, hang on. I don't know. But I'm telling you, I said way back then, nobody will spare it.
It worked.
Okay? Now, were there excesses and all of that? Absolutely. I mean, there was a day I was caned with fan belts. I can remember that. You know,
that was the closest thing, I'm sure.
You know, that was
the closest
for me, that was beyond belief. Because if they cane you with a cane, it will break. But the day they brought fan belt, it was once and never again. I carried after. Anyway, let's leave that story. But the point is, yes, there are excesses, and I agree with that. But there's also a corrective attitude that must be done. And if you're in a basis of raising children today where there's no discipline, they get away with everything, you're afraid of speaking to them because they will speak back and all of that, and you cannot discipline children as a result of that, then I think what you would see at the end of the day is that society will bring out what it brings. So I believe that there is a different, now the society today teaches a different type of upbringing.
Who makes up a society?
But is it?
It's people like me. I mean, we're already in our 50s, 60s. So where did we
I just
go?
wanted to ask, is it really discipline? Because something I've noticed is people that have your profile, you know, who are very successful in their careers and all that, what I noticed is they rarely have time for their children. So it's not even necessarily discipline. It's the fact that they're not even aware sometimes that their children are doing whatever it is that they're doing, you know. People don't have conversations with their children about the facts of life, that one day you will leave this little bubble, you'll be out there.
How are you raising your kids? Because the truth is, you've been very successful. Sahara Energy is successful. No question about that. You are not a poor man. Yes. You're not a poor man.
Depends on who you're comparing me to.
No, well, comparing you to 99% of Nigerians.
Yeah,
Come
really.
on. Yeah.
So
you're one of the 1%.
You have Bill Gates, you have...
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Okay. So how are you raising your kids? Are they having... Because what they use is entitlement. Isn't that what's happening?
All right.
Exactly, yeah.
So there are two ways. So first of all, I think I received enough caning for all my children.
So you don't cane them?
No, I don't. But what I do, essentially, is that I engage them.
I've seen you with them. I can testify.
Yeah, so we have to engage. You have to speak. You have to understand. You have to really get into their head and understand. And you also have the benefit, I have the benefit of having seen through, which is what adults really do. They've seen it. They know what the intended outcome would be of a particular path that somebody is going.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what you want to do is really kind of paint that picture and say, you know what, this is where you're going, but there are choices and consequences. And that's something that happened to me. I had to learn choices early, starting from age 11. First of all, which secondary school are you going to go to? Can you imagine my father asking me that? I passed Ibobi and King's College, and I had to make the choice myself. At 11, which school to go to? How do you even begin? Where do you want to start with that kind of thing? But I had to make that choice. I had to
taught you to be independent.
So it started teaching me very early that choices matter. The consequence of every choice you make matter. Now, who bears the consequence of the choice? It's you. So, for example, I tell my daughter, as she was getting older, I started talking to them, first of all, very early.
Your first is a girl?
No. My first is a boy and then 2 girls. And I started speaking to my daughter very, very early. All of them, I sat them and I started talking about sex and the consequence of sex and what would happen.
You didn't cringe?
I'm cringing just thinking about it.
It's true. So I said to them, for example, that, look, you can go out. Nobody can, I mean, I'm not going to be following you everywhere and all of that. It's true.
Absolutely.
Now, you can go out, but these are the consequences. So this is what happens and all of that. Now, you may get pregnant and come back. Now, if you get pregnant and come back, what will happen, first of all? Am I going to kick you out of the house? Absolutely not. I won't. I see my daughter. You will come back. We will carry it. We will manage the baby. We will sit down.
Well, you'll be out of school for a while.
These are the consequences. And who will bear the consequences? Not me. It's you. At the end of the day, it's you. You have a choice. So we started teaching them about consequences early, that every choice is your choice. But think about it. Play in your mind that this is how this would go, this is how this would go. Wait, and then decide that can you bear the consequence of your action. Now, if you decide you can bear it, please.
And I won't carry it for you.
No, I'm not carrying it.
I must thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the show. We'll do this again soon.
Definitely.
And you will continue to be a guest host.
Definitely. I really enjoyed
Thank you,
myself.
Tonye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my big man. Thank you, my listener. I will see you again on Seriously Speaking. Bye for now.
Thank you.